GM, what's going on, folks? It's your boy Nez back with another MLB slate breakdown for Friday. We got the Friday fastball, 30K in prizes, 4K to first. It's on Underdog. We're drafting it all day. It's going to be sick. It's going to fill. And we got 12 games to break down. So, you know me, I'm not going to waste any time. We got to get right into this thing. So, let me pull up our lineups page that we always look at. But lest we forget, need to check out the weather because there is some weather today. We've got Tropical Storm Debbie tearing through the East Coast today, but the Yankees might play. So interesting. Let's just waste no time. Pull up our weather per Kevin Roth of Roto Grinders. What's he talking about today? We got winds out to center in Minneapolis. I'm not even sure that that's on the main slate. But like I said, the East Coast we got to really watch out for. This Nationals game, Twins are during the day. This game, the bulk of rain should be clear. Okay, orange yellow on the Yankees here. I mean, winds right to left. So I mean the storm is there. That is on the slate. Okay. Sorry, I am. I've had a busy morning, so I'm just catching up with you guys in real time. In Boston as well. I'm surprised that these East Coast games are going to play, but maybe I'm just being overly cautious for Tropical Storm Debbie because I am traveling this weekend to the East Coast, so I've been paying very close attention to it. I've been scared. Aren't you worried? I am worried. I'm checking my Southwest app every hour, just making sure that my flight is still on time. Okay, so we're going to assume that everything plays. So let's take a look, man. First things first, this Yankees game against the Rangers. So we get Cody Bradford versus Carlos Rodon. Rodon's had a pretty decent year, so he's not like a freebie by any means, as you can tell by the run total here for the Rangers. Obviously looking toward Judge and Soto. That's automatic, right? Like they are always going to be top 3 picks on any main slate that they're on, but you know, Kyle Schwarber getting some love today. Just on a ridiculous tear. Imagine not having this guy in the best ball playoffs. That's me. So Judge and Soto, where's Soto at? ADP 13. Okay. Interesting. Why is that? That's confusing. Not a lot of big games in Soto's recent game log. Wow. Okay. I mean, it's just Cody Bradford. Not really worried about that. So that seems like a great opportunity to just get all the Judge and Soto that you want. Throwing a little Jazz Chisholm there, hit a home run off a lefty yesterday. Little Giancarlo Stanton in there as well. Yankees are going to be really easy to stack. 5.3 run total. And let's just like go back here. I like to, you know, juxtapose those totals with the ADPs. And I mean, you can get a really sick Yankee stack today. That seems fun. That seems like a target for me. The Rangers, though, the run total isn't great. The team is playing poor all season, but you know, it's Corey Seager for me for sure as a one-off. Maybe Adolis Garcia, maybe Wyatt Langford, but like it's just really hard to trust this team. And there's 12 games on the slate. I can't imagine needing this one today, to be honest, but yeah, we'll go through. We got 24 teams to look at. The only reason that I'm like thinking about this so hard is like Rodon's having a decent season, but he has shown some vulnerabilities in his game, and it's at Yankee Stadium. So that's the only reason why I'm like pondering this so hard. But I think it's a pretty easy, like, only if I have the luxury of mixing that in. A's versus Blue Jays. This is going to be a very interesting one for me. 3.9 implied for the A's, 4.59 for the Blue Jays going up against Mitch Spence. Vlad Guerrero, where's his ADP today? 9.4. Vlad is the hottest hitter in baseball, just bar none right now, other than Kyle Schwarber. But Vlad's on a tear. Vlad is on an absolute tear, going up against Mitch Spence. And I mean, the stacking for Vlad is tough, but the one-offs just make a ton of sense. And I would even, I'm totally into doing Vlad with Varsho against Mitch Spence today. Uh, Looking at Mitch's numbers here, not bad to be honest. I mean, like 4.4, 4.17, or 4.11 xFIP doesn't strike anybody out though. Um, Check out his game logs here. You always got to, think about attacking the A's whenever they're pitching. So they gave up a lot of runs to the Angels, excuse me, give up a lot of runs to the Phillies. I mean, he's definitely respectable, but when you are Mitch Spence going up against Vlad, I will probably take the Vlad side of that. So it's tough because he goes so high and you don't really stack him with anybody. So I think it would be like Vlad +4 for me, for other teams, and we'll see who else I can maybe think about getting to. For the A's going up against Jose Barrios, really great start to the season for Barrios. Not really much doing since then for him. Brent Rooker is definitely in play today. If we check out Oakland in ADP, they're absolutely free, and we're going up against Jose Barrios, and okay, there we go. We got Rangers and Yankees postponed. Could not believe that Roth had that as a yellow orange. You're a meteorologist, and you put the Yankees game at an orange yellow when Tropical Storm Debbie is. That made no sense to me. Anyways, Barrios, like these numbers are not good. They were good to start the season. He's got a ton of innings under his belt. Good for him. Happy for you. But just nothing going on in the second half. The A's seem like a very, 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 very fun. And I love the A's. So I'm going to get made fun of. The A's won me money in the past. They're underrated. Some of the most games in baseball this season of games with 14 runs or more scored. The A's today are going to make a large part of my portfolio. Just no doubt about it. No doubt about it. That seems good. Padres versus Marlins in Miami, so that stinks. Martin Perez going up against Edward Cabrera. 8 total here. Berger and Edwards, I think, are an interesting skinny. I did that the other day, and Edwards gave me a 0, but Berger double donged. So that definitely seems interesting. Let's check out Xavier Edwards' splits because he is a switch hitter. Just give me one moment. I have some notifications just blowing up in my ear right now, and I cannot concentrate for the goddamn life of me. There we go. Xavier Edwards, I mean, he's just crushing everybody. It really does not matter right now. He is on an absolute tear this season. I mean, it's pretty impressive, right? Slugging better from the right side than the left side. So I think we can do some Xavier Edwards, Jake Berger skinnies today. That definitely seems in play. For the Padres, going up against Edward Cabrera, not a pitcher that I fear. So Profar is better from the right side, so not like super into Profar today, but famous last words. Arise, no ceiling there. On a 12-game slate, I don't think you need Luis Arise. However, Cronenworth, Machado, Bogarts, and Merrill, yes. That is what I would look to today. If I can help it, I want to really try to get a little bit of everybody today. I mean, there's 24 teams to get to, so I'm not going to get to everybody, but the Padres are definitely a team I would like to mix and match today for sure. Not really drafted today, so there's leverage there, no doubt. Only a select few going to be mixing in Padres today. Astros against the Red Sox in Boston. We need to be careful. We got to pay attention to this game. Yankees just got postponed. Geographically, you know where Boston is, right? It's just due north of New York. So we got to watch out for this one. But if they play, let's go, baby. Wheels up. Two righties on the mound here. Uh, this is great for Jordan. It's also great for the righties, just because they're in Boston. They got the monster. Uh, for the Red Sox, we are very into Jaron Duran. We are very into Willie Abreu. Very into. We love the Red Sox against righties. It's what we do. It's right, and it's just, and it pays off. Let's see where the Red Sox ADPs are right now. Oh boy. Okay. I am surprised. It's probably a weather thing. It's also because they're coming off of a poor performance against the Royals just recently against Cole Reagans. I'm gonna have a ton of Red Sox if this game is playing. I'm gonna wait just a little bit, give it a couple hours into the day, see what they're doing with the weather. Once it seems confirmed that they are going to play baseball in Boston today, I'm gonna have a shit ton of Devers. I'm gonna have a shit ton of Duran, and I'll mix in other guys as well. But that is my mo, no doubt about it. Cardinals against the Royals today. Not too hot. This tropical storm is taking a lot of the heat away from the United States. Pretty cool day in Dallas today. It's very nice. Michaelis against Lorenzen. 9-run total here. I'm definitely interested in the Royals. Obviously interested in Bobby Witt. He's going 4.8. Can get a lot of them if you want them. Why wouldn't you? It's Bobby freaking Witt. Pairing him with Vinny seems fun. Sal with the the slug of Sal seems very fun as well. The Cardinals have the same implied run total, however. Something to think about. I never get to the Cardinals, really ever, but Wilson Contreras is a nice option, hitting right or lefty, pitching wise, obviously. Could still get to him. Mason Wynn's nice. Little Burleson, a little Donovan. Think about the Cardinals today for sure, because they're going to get way overlooked. Literally just not drafted at all. It's tough, man. It's tough. I mean, there's 24 teams to draft from today. 9 players in each starting lineup. So I get would love to get everybody if you can, but strong leverage play. It's a very strong leverage play against Michael Lorenzen, who is okay. He's not great. He's just fine. Guardians at Twins. This is a doubleheader, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. Reds at Brewers. Let's get into this one. 8.5 run total. Savale versus Carson Spears. We like the Brewers today. The Brewers against right-handed pitching is a lot of fun. They are a little pushed up because they just beat the shit out of the Braves. So that makes them a lot less appealing, but they're still a team worth attacking today. As you see here, I would maybe go to Terang and skip over Frelick. I'm a little surprised that we have Frelick down here, but shout out to my best ball teams with Sal on them. I would do this top 3 with Terang, maybe a little Reese Hoskins, but he's just not somebody that I typically draft. But definitely want to attack Carson Spears. And then we have Ellie up against a lefty today, or a righty. Ellie hitting lefty. He should be, I mean, it's Aaron Savale, fine pitcher. Ellie should be like here. We're gonna get to this Coors game, but Ellie should get a strong boost. Tyler Fitzgerald up here. We'll get to that. I'm not sure what's happening there. Cubs, White Sox, Battle of Chicago here. Tyon versus Crochet. It's always frustrating, these White Sox games where Crochet's pitching, because he's not going to pitch a full allotment. He's not going to go his usual volume. Probably getting pulled after 3 or 4 innings. So it's like tough. What do you do if you're drafting Cubs here? They seem okay to draft, but I just don't. I have to really force myself to get to the Cubs today. Just doesn't seem like something I want to do. Tyon seems like a fine 6th-round pitcher. You can do Luis Robert if you want. Um, Pretty simply, man, there's a lot of teams today. I can't imagine getting to this game at all. But keep an eye on these Cubs. This is the only thing I would maybe want. I have no enthusiasm whatsoever towards it. Okay, this Coors game, scattered storms, same pattern we've seen. Late starter delay. Likely they managed to play without any major issue. We've got a thundercloud here that makes it scary, but people are clearly not shying away from this game, even though Ozuna's all the way down there. They're facing Tanner Gordon today for the Rockies. Let's check out Tanner Gordon's Fangraphs page. Not overly familiar with this dude's game. He's made 4 starts. ERA hasn't been good. Where have these starts been made? Not even in Coors, and still getting beat up a good bit. 1 earned run to the Padres, though. Good for him. 4 to the Giants, 6 to the Mets, 5 to the Royals. These, if this was efficient, all these guys would be like steamed up. I'm literally just doing this right now. Here's my ranks for today. Just prioritize the Braves. Get a handful of stacks, feel comfortable with it, and then move on. If it's going to be as easy as it looks to stack the Braves today, geez Louise. How are you going to beat those other Brave stacks? If the Braves hit and you have them as well, what's going to be your differentiator? Are you going to go down the lineup or get a unique one-off? That's the question. Grant Holmes on the mound for Atlanta. Grant Holmes, Fangraphs time. Not too familiar with this dude's game. He's made 12 starts, played 12 games. Is he just an opener? Here is a start. He started the last 2 games, 8 strikeouts against Milwaukee. All right, young man. Are you a young man? You're 28. You're a grown man. 4 strikeouts against the Marlins. Seems like a nice spot to get to the Rockies, who obviously are going overlooked as they do all the time. Here we go. Here's the move. Get your Braves, get your Rockies, get a little Wheeler, Flaherty, Robbie Ray, Bryce Miller, Tyon. I wanted to click Mitch Keller. Here you go. Like, I could enter auto drafts just like this. Just blast off. Probably do okay. Phillies at Diamondbacks. 4.56 implied run total for the Phillies against Ryan Nelson. Ryan is typically somebody that I attack aggressively. His last few starts have not been bad, though, if I remember correctly. Gave up 4 earned runs to the Pirates. 4 earned runs to the Royals. So, yeah, he's still attackable, but look at these K numbers. 997. Where's that coming from? Interesting. That being said, man, Schwarber is obviously on a tear. Great hitter. Should he be the 101 on the day that the Braves are in Denver? I'm not so certain. But Phillies are an obvious stack today. Very desirable. Are they over-desired? Maybe not. I'm going to throw Schwarber up here. Right there. Yeah, this is definitely a fun team to attack. You could onslaught them for sure. I think onslaughts do better in large slates. Just thinking out loud here. And then the D-backs, man, D-backs are having themselves a decent season. Lost a tough one last night to the Phillies. Almost mounted a comeback. Up against Zach Wheeler, I'm not really interested in the Diamondbacks today. They're going to be extremely contrarian. Is it worth getting that contrarian on a slate this big? Be my guest. It won't be me. Mets at Mariners. I'm surprised this has an 8 over under here against Bryce Miller and Jose Quintana. It's going to be tough for me to get to the Mets today. Even tougher to get to the Mariners, but Randy is obviously a force. Dylan Moore from the hitting from the right side is nice as well, but Jose Quintana holds his own. Bryce Miller is a fine pitcher. I might just do like a handful of these. This just doesn't seem like something that I will get to. The Mets are good. They're going to be extremely low owned for sure going up against Bryce Miller in Seattle. And they're good hitters, so the leverage makes sense. Anytime the Mets just go overlooked, I think it's fun to onslaught them. Just get your onslaught. If they go off, you got a decent cash. And then I could do something with these right-handers from Seattle as well. Okay, Pirates at Dodgers. We got 2 more games here. Mitch Keller, my boy, going up against Jack Flaherty. This is a tough matchup for my boy Mitch. Not so tough for my guy Jack, of which I do have a lot left in the best ball playoffs. Yeah, this is tough for me, man. It's hard. I love Mitch Keller so much. It's going to be hard for me to want to attack him, but unfortunately, I think I need to. He's having himself a very nice year, but his last couple games, I believe, have some troubled spots. Oh yeah, so he was cruising in this one. This is such a bummer, man. This should have been my 2-start Mitch week, but instead, it's not. Faced 15 batters before the rain knocked him out of the game there. Really nice start against Arizona. So yeah, it's just that Cardinals game is living rent free in my head. Let's check out the Dodgers ADPs. This will really tell the story. Okay. People are giving Mitch Keller a lot of respect. I love to see it, but it's still Shohei Ohtani. And the problem with the Pirates is the bullpen. The bullpen is atrocious. It's truly god awful. So just doing some mix and matching here. Even if Mitch does well, like 3 innings of facing the Pirates bullpen, you could get some long balls mixed in there, even if Mitch has a good game. And if they get to Mitch and they bring in the bullpen, then it's going to be fireworks for the Dodgers. So, I mean, this is kind of just me talking to myself. I think everybody else has no problem getting to the Dodgers today. 4.7 run total at home against Mitch Keller. Like, you guys can have it. I'm going to be under the field Dodgers just because I can't help myself, but it makes perfect sense. The bullpen for the Pirates is terrible. Now, for the Pirates themselves up against Jack Flaherty, the Pirates seem to get up against good opponents. I just have no explanation for it. But Flaherty is going to be one of the highest owned pitchers today, as he should be. Pirates lineup is not great, but Kutch is okay. Reynolds is having a great season. Cruz has power. Watch out. And then after that, you have nothing to worry about. You have nothing to worry about outside of those 3. So if Flaherty holds those guys at bay, you're looking at 7 scoreless, maybe 8, depending on how efficiently he's working through the lineup. So, yeah, I'm going to have a couple Pirates one-offs because I love it. But, yeah, it's pretty obvious that Flaherty is one of the best pitchers on the slate today. Tigers at Giants. We've got Bo Brisk and then who the hell is B. Herter? Sounds like a emo cowboy joke. I am just like really confused why Tyler Fitzgerald is going so high. Like, I know he's having a great season, but that that high, 100% drafted Tyler Fitzgerald on a 12-game slate where there's Coors and the Yankees, well, not Yankees anymore, and Phillies. I don't understand it. I just realized that. I wonder if Underdog added the out tags to the Yankees yet. They did not. Okay. Just gonna have to enter a few. Yeah, so Giants today, man. The problem is like they should be great leverage, but instead we have Tyler Fitzgerald being drafted top and Julio Ramos top 10. I just it's really hard to get on board with a 100% owned three-man stack of the Giants. I might do it just to be safe, and I'm scared because I'm a scared little boy. But that to me is not something that I want to be a part of in a big way. So I won't. Simple enough. All right, that was pretty quick little run through there. Just double checking to make sure I missed anything. Does not appear that I did. Let's take a look at the lobbies today for baseball. We have our early slate here, just 2 games on that one. That's going to fill pretty soon. Definitely by the time this gets up. We have our main slate 30K, the triple play and our double play today. So this is going to fill, no doubt. One less game as well to worry about now that Yankees are off, and we got to pay close attention to the Red Sox as well. Let's take a look at our pick'em lobby here. Mitch Keller special for 3.5 strikeouts. We'll play that. We'll definitely play that. Some pick'ems here. Let's look at that Cincinnati game. Ellie, higher 8.5 fantasy points. Absolutely. Let's check out the Coors pick'ems. 8 fantasy points for Matt Olson in Coors. Absolutely. I'm really surprised that is only 8. Okay. If you guys say so. I like Zach Wheeler. Fantasy points here. And let's shoot the moon. Let's cap this off with a home run. There we go. Love it. So we did Mitch Keller higher with the special, Ellie higher fantasy points, Matt Olson higher fantasy points, Zach Wheeler higher fantasy points, and Bryce Harper hits a home run to cap it all off. 55x. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. We like that. All right. I entered a draft here. Oof, please ignore that. Let's see what these lobbies are looking like. We got some sharps in here, Brad's in here, Luke Big Shots, Viper, and T-Box. Let's see what these guys are doing. Brad likes Shohei 101. That's currently not what ADP is. Ozuna goes, Jordan goes. Let's do Jorge Soler and Matt Olson. Get ourselves a pretty solid Braves skinny there. Feeling very fine about that. What I want to add to this, Brewers seem very interesting. I do like Bryce Terang. I could do something like, well, I need an outfield. Churio's having a hell of a second half. And they got him up pretty high in the lineup as well. So that could be just fine. I like the Red Sox, obviously, too. But like I said, we are certainly worried about the weather. I do like Oakland. I did say Oakland was fun. We got to keep our eye out on what is being taken in Atlanta, or for Atlanta, I should say. Okay, Brad doing some best player available stuff. Otani with Harper, knowing that he can get Freddie at 4, 5, and 6. I'm assuming. Viper doing a Houston stack. T Box doing a Brave stack. It's what I would expect. Bobby Witt falling to 10 is definitely fun. Interested to see what Andre Harris does here to finish this one off. Yeah, Pirates obviously very much undrafted today, as they should be. Okay, so no concern here for Andre Harris. I actually think that that's pretty smart. It's bold, but it's smart. I think I'm gonna go Robbie Ray. He's ramping up his pitch volume. He almost threw 100 pitches against Oakland. They cut him short against Cincinnati. He seems like a very great play today. Let's do the Oakland stuff. We'll go Brent Rooker, throw in Lawrence Butler. Busy morning. Sorry, I needed to check that. I'm building a house, and we've got inspection today, and we're worried about the weather, and it's crazy. It's crazy. That's why I'm doing this time of day, trying to get this out for you guys ASAP. Okay, Andre Harris goes Jackson Churio. I almost got upset, but I just realized I didn't set up anything Milwaukee. But is he watching the show without watching the show? How are you so in tune with what I'm thinking? Viper going Garrett Crochet. Am I like missing something with the Crochet volume? He did throw 77 pitches last time. There's no way he's eclipsing 80. Okay, Brad does that Dodgers stack that I was referring to. So if you're at the 101, that's why Brad's sharp. He goes Otani, gets himself an SP1, detours to take Bryce Harper as well, and then adds Freeman and Teoscar. That's very sharp. Okay, T-Box doing some White Sox stuff. That won't be me, but salute. Viper doing a triple stack of the Astros. Respect that. Gonna go Brenton, or sorry, I'm just looking at Brenton Doyle's name. Lawrence Butler. Do I want to do Langoliers? Undrafted. Yeah, let's do Shea. Make this a 3-2 for Oakland. If I was gonna do a one-off, okay, so here we go. Look at these Giants, man. All right, you get in the right room and nobody's touching the Giants. In another room, maybe I would have done like a Devers one-off, but I am worried about that game. Maybe some Philly stuff. I did run some autos while we were just hanging out, talking. Okay. Those are fun. No worries there. All right, guys. This is going to do it for me. I'm going to be in these lobbies doing as many drafts as I can. Like I said, I got a busy day, so I got to find a way to squeeze these in. But I think I found a pretty decent ranking set to do auto drafts with. Good luck today. It's a fun slate. Pay attention to this weather. Stay tapped in on that Boston game, because if they play, you can get out ahead of it because you have decent swaps. But that is one game that I would definitely pay attention to, because you're going to want Jarren Duran and Devers if that game plays. No doubt about it. Best of luck, guys. Wish John congratulations on his wedding this weekend. Hopefully he's not too stressed. See you guys. John will be here next week. I am out next week. I am on vacay, seeing my family. You guys have a good one. Good luck today. Peace.